If you're new to Canva and not sure where to start, this video is for you. Whether you're a coach, a creative, or a business owner, this video will walk you through the basics so that you can design confidently, even with zero experience. In this video, you'll learn how to use templates, add and edit text, elements, and photos, customize with fonts, and share your work like a pro. Canva is so great because it's free, beginner-friendly, and it makes it so easy to create polished graphics, social posts, and resources without needing design experience or expensive software. Let me show you exactly how to get started to create your first design step by step. We are on the home page of Canva. If you have a paid account or a free account, this is what it will look like. Some things to point out right off the bat. This left-hand side is where all of your short keys are located. So home button, if you have projects, access to templates right away, branding, etc. You can also just create from this plus sign in the corner here. What I want to point out for today is the search bar as well as these icons below. Now, the search bar is where you would go if you were looking for a very specific template. So for this example today, if I was looking to create a business launch post for Instagram, this is what comes up for me in their template library. So many different options, so many great designs. Now, the difference between having a paid account or a free account is the amount of templates that you have at your disposal. In some of the templates here on the right-hand corner, there is a little crown. These are all of the paid templates that are only available if you have that paid account. Now, there's still plenty of designs that are available with a free account. So just some things to take note of if you are hesitant to pay for a Canva account. For today's video, I am actually going to start from scratch because I want to be able to show you all the different features inside of creating a design. And I want to create an Instagram post. Now, if you see here, all of these icons are different sizes. So if you want to create a Word document or PDF, this is what you would select. You have YouTube thumbnails, an Instagram post, and so many more options. And you do also have the ability to create a custom size design. What we're going to use today is an Instagram post. So I'm going to go ahead and select. And now, as you can see, we are in the design page for Canva. Again, left-hand side is where all of your toolbars are that you can access. When it comes to creating your design, you have access to templates that we talked about before, which is really nice if you don't want to have to go out back to the home page. You can search for templates here, as well as elements, text, branding, uploads, and so much more. Again, today we're going to focus on the elements section. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. As you can see, Canva pulls what you have recently used. It gives you options for shapes, for graphics, and there's even an AI image generator. So for today, I am going to create a very simple post, which will be a flower. If I type in the search bar for a flower, a few things come up here. I can select from a graphic, a photo, a frame, a video, and even more than that. I can also select these options from the top toolbar. For today, I'm going to use a graphic, so I'm going to hit See All, and I'm going to use this flower that I like. As you just saw, I went ahead and selected the flower, clicked it once, and it pops right up on my white background. There is another way that you can add graphics or elements to your page, and that is if you want to. So you'll see now there are two flowers on my page, and that's just two different ways that you can include elements into your design. Now, I don't want both of these flowers here, and this is a great opportunity to show you how to get rid of an element or photo that you don't want on your design anymore. So as you can see, there is a toolbar that pops up above my highlighted design. It has a comment icon. This is where I'd be able to put a comment to myself as a reminder, or just something to a place where you can write text that doesn't actually end up on your design, even if you download it. There is a lock position, so if I want to make sure that this flower doesn't move as I continue creating, I would hit the lock button. If I want to duplicate this flower, I would duplicate it. And then this is where we really want it to be, which is the delete button. So we can delete by clicking this, and there we go, our additional flower is gone. Now, when it comes to making this graphic bigger, I am going to click on the flower. I'm going to go to any of the four corners of this design where there's this white circle, and I'm going to click down and expand it until it is big enough. Now you can see that this design is no longer centered. So in order for me to get it into the center, I will click on it, drag it until I see that pink line going up and down, and then I'm going to drag it further down on the page until I see both pink lines. This tells me that this design is centered in the page. I'm gonna go ahead and let go and click out, and now I have a flower that is in the center of the page. The next thing that I want to do is get rid of this white background. So white is the default background for any designs that you make from scratch. So I'm going to go ahead and click the white background. Toolbar is going to pop up. Again, I can comment, but for this use, I am going to use the background color. So I'm going to click the white, and I want to make this a very seamless, simple design. So I'm going to go ahead and select the color that is already included within this flower, and just makes the design look a lot cleaner and more seamless. You have the option to select from so many different colors here, and again, that's something we can dive a little bit deeper in future videos. For today, the next thing that I want to show you how to do is add text. So I'm going to go back to my left side toolbar, go to the text icon, select text, and then right at the top there's a purple button that says add a text box. So I'm going to click that. As you can see, there is now a text box on our flower, and I'm going to do two things here. I'm going to use this white button with 4 arrows pointing in different directions to pull this text down to the bottom. Again, I'm going to shift it around to find that middle part of the design, that middle part of the page, release it, grab this white circle again, just like we did to make the flower bigger, and I'm going to make this text a lot bigger. Now it is not centered again, so I'm going to move it back to the center, and now I have my text in the right spot. So when it comes to how to add your text, you are going to just start typing. So now I have my text in my design, and the only thing that I want to do now is show you all how to update the font. Now, this is the font that it has pre-selected for me, so I'm going to click on the text, and as you can see, another toolbar pops up, and this is essentially very similar to what's in Microsoft Word or Google, and that is just a toolbar that allows you to make changes to your text. So if you want to change the font, if you want to change the size, you can also do that up here, the color of the text, and then any additional characteristics that you want to change. So we are just changing the font today, and so I'm going to click on font, and it's going to pull up on the left side toolbar all the different fonts that I have access to. Now, if you have a free plan, you will not have access to every font, but because I have the paid account, I will be able to choose any font that I want. I am going to select Horizon because I like the style of that font. And as you can see, I didn't have to do anything else. I just updated it automatically. So the last thing that we are going to do is update the color, and we're going to do that by selecting text color. And I am going to select a color that is already within the design to see which one I like best. We are gonna go with this pink, and I'm gonna click out of the design, and here we have our first Canva design done together. The next thing that you are going to do is download this design. I'm gonna go to the very top right to the share button, and this is where I'm going to be able to download my design. So I'm going to go ahead and click download, and it's going to suggest the file type that I should download it as. Such a great feature. The different file types that are available to you within Canva are a JPEG, PDF standard or PDF print, SVG files, MP4 videos, a GIF, or a PowerPoint presentation. So I'm happy to go over those again in the next video, but for the purposes of today, we are using a PNG. So I'm gonna go ahead and select PNG, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and hit download. And because I'm using an iMac, this is going to go to my downloads folder. I just love using Canva so much, and there's just so much more I wanna be able to share with you. Let me know what your favorite part of Canva is and what other videos you'd like me to create.